You ever had someone so drunk on power that they actually think they own your house? Yeah, that's my HOA Karen. One day she decided I was violating community integrity and actually tried to evict me from my own property. What she didn't expect was the judge's reaction, and trust me, it was absolutely priceless. Before we get started, I've got a quick question for you. Drop a comment with your location and the time where you are. I'd love to see where in the world you're tuning in from. Alright, so here's how this circus started. My name's Ethan, and I live in a quiet, mid-sized suburban neighborhood. You know, cookie-cutter homes, manicured lawns, and an HOA that treats every mailbox like a military checkpoint. I moved here 5 years ago after getting promoted at my job in logistics. I bought a decent house, nothing crazy, just a comfortable two-story with a good backyard and a front porch where I could finally relax after years of renting. The HOA president when I moved in was this lady named Karen Whitmore. Classic Karen, always in khakis, oversized sunglasses, and a permanent expression like she just smelled expired milk. She drove one of those golf carts plastered with HOA enforcement stickers like it was a badge of honor. At first, things were okay. I followed the rules, paid the dues, kept my place clean. But Karen, she always found something. First, it was my trash bins being visible from the street. Then it was my grass being a shade too tall. Once she even sent me a notice because my garden hose wasn't coiled properly. I wish I was joking. Anyway, about 6 months ago, I decided to rent out my basement to a friend of mine, Jake, a fellow veteran who'd fallen on tough times after a back injury. He was quiet, respectful, and paid rent on time. We even checked the HOA handbook together. Nothing in there about renting a portion of your property to a tenant. But apparently, Karen thought otherwise. 3 weeks after Jake moved in, I found a bright orange envelope taped to my front door. It read, "Notice of community violation. Unauthorized tenancy. You have 14 days to remove all occupants or face eviction proceedings." Eviction from my own house. I laughed at first. I thought it was a mistake. But then I got an email from Karen herself. "Ethan, as per HOA guidelines, no home may be used as a multi-residential dwelling. Your actions are a direct violation of our community agreement. You have 2 weeks to comply or vacate." Vacate my own home. I responded immediately. "Karen, my friend is renting a finished basement, not a separate unit. I live here, I own this property, and I'm in full compliance with city and HOA codes." She fired back in under 5 minutes. We'll see what the board says about that. And trust me, when Karen said the board, she meant the 3 other retirees who do whatever she tells them. A week later, I got invited, more like summoned, to a special HOA hearing. When I showed up, Karen was sitting behind a folding table like she was presiding over the Supreme Court. She had her little binder, a cup of coffee, and this smug look like she'd already won. "Mr. Brooks," she said,